Hello handheld gamers and welcome back to the channel. In this one we're going to have a quick look at AYN Tech's update for the Loki. So they now have published update 3, which was dated 2 days ago, which is great to see. They're saying after much weeks of design and verification efforts, an adapter card chip is finally working. Now I believe that relates back to this previous comment they made about their EDP port to MIPI. So I think that's so that they can do the graphical output from their boards that'll have the GPU, APU on it, to the display. So that's great news that they've got that working, and we'll see that in a moment. Secondly, they are, as well as making the screen work perfectly, they now have a means to change the refresh rate of the display, which is brilliant. So now you can select between 60Hz, 50Hz or 40Hz. Now that's pretty important for certainly the Loki Zero. So if you're targeting 30 FPS, you'll just leave it set to 60, just like you would do on the Steam Deck. And if you can get 40Hz, if you can get 40 FPS out of the Zero, then you're doing well. 40Hz means power saving, it also means better frame timing, so that's all good. Third, they have mentioned, well, being able to do custom resolutions at those various refresh rates, and we can see some examples of that below. So they're talking about here that if they choose a custom resolution of 800 by 600 at 40 FPS, then the overall workload will be reduced than at 1080p. So they're talking about a 15% reduction in rendered pixels, and they think that would make a 5 to 6 times longer performance and battery performance improvement. I'm not sure that's true, but even 15% is a good saving. So here you go, we've got a couple of pictures of their display here. Now the pictures unfortunately are a bit blown out, but great if they posted higher resolution ones, but it is what it is. So here it is in portrait, which I'm guessing that's probably the native resolution. And here it is in landscape where they've rotated it. So as we can see here, 1920 by 1080 at 40Hz. And these two different settings here are to do with, I'm not really translating this here, I'm just looking at my own display, and I can tell you this part here would be the desktop mode, and this part here would be the active signal mode. Now quite often you'll have a lower active signal mode than desktop mode, and I think that's when your display will upscale. And then further down here they have got it run at 800 by 600, you can see it's got big borders at the side, 800 by 600, and the active signal mode is still at 1080p at 40Hz. And in this bottom picture here, it's hard to see, but that looks like it's 1080p running there. Now I'm guessing, they don't really give you much information to go on unfortunately, but I'm guessing they've made the change here, they've then clicked apply, and then at the bottom here we're seeing it upscaling from that 800 by 600. And although the pictures are a bit blown out and pixelated, the resolution still looks relatively legible here that I can see. You can pretty much make out there's a clock there and what the clock is. So, interesting. I'm not really sure what this part is here. I think that might just be a hard drive actually by the looks of it. Plugged in, or maybe that's got, well, there's certainly cables, maybe that's their FPGA unit. So it looks like some progress on the Loki Zero, so that's all positive. Look forward to seeing another update from them in the next 2 to 3 weeks. If you like what I do here, please remember, like, share and subscribe, and I always appreciate when you watch videos to the very end. Thanks for watching, catch you in the next video.